Penguin Party, as its name suggests, is a very approachable family-weight card game. It's been around since 2008, and there's a lot of different versions of it in print. 25th Century is bringing one out soon as part of an import Kickstarter, and so I figured I'd take my copy off the shelf here, and I would show you what I think of it. I'll give you a rundown of the rules, and you can see how thematic of a romp this is. It certainly wasn't at one point just rethemed into a Game of Thrones card game with the exact same mechanisms. No, this is thematic about penguins celebrating. Let me show you how it plays, then I'll give you my thoughts. Here's Penguin Party out on the table. A deck of cards is dealt out evenly to all players. There are 7 cards of each of the colors: yellow, green, blue, purple, and red. The idea of the game is that players are building a shared pyramid out here of 8 cards wide on the base, then 7 above it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in a perfect deal where all the cards end up coming out. And they're trying to make sure to not have any cards left in hand. If they can empty their hand, they get rid of points, because points in this game are bad. You do not want points. If you are unable to play at any point, and you are stuck with, say, 3 cards in hand, you'll score 3 points at that moment. So the first player will go, and they will contribute a card out, face up, into the pyramid. And this is just the first card played. Then the play continues to the next player. The next person is going to go here, and they say, well, I've got a lot of, say, blue cards, so they'll just play a blue out here on the table. And now the third person has the choice of, do they want to contribute building wide, or do they want to try to build up? And they might say, well, this would be an easy opportunity for me to start stacking green up. And now you see that if you want to play above, you have to play one of the 2 colors that are below it. Coming back to this person here, they have to build on the first row again, because there is no safe place to legally build pyramid. You have to have 2 cards underneath it. But either colored card can go up top there. So this person's going to do this, much to the chagrin of this player here, because they have a lot of green cards left in hand compared to the other players. So they're trying to make sure to not get stuck with cards that they aren't able to play. You just continue doing this until all of the cards have been played out, or if all the players are unable to continue building at any point, they will gain cards equal to the number of cards, points equal to the number of cards left in hand. If a player is able to shed out their hand completely, they're able to get rid of 2 points. And you just play rounds equal to the number of players. Whoever has the fewest points at the end wins. As you can see, this game is ludicrously simple. There's almost nothing to it, right? It's a Reiner Knizia design, and it's certainly on the lighter end of his games, his types of things that he publishes. And I have a soft spot for games where cards are just one thing. They're just a color. Pink card, blue card, this one's yellow. And as you build up the pyramid, you start to see these moments of tension where players start cutting each other off. Or you go, wait, this person must have a lot of green, because they keep trying to make green open back up and be able to ditch more of it out. So let's cut it off with these other, yellow here, purple now, right, to kind of close it off. It's not super mean, but it's kind of mean, and I respect that for this being a game that you can play. I think that it says age 6+ on the box, and you can play it with kids that young, because there's not a lot to it, but there's enough to it. I have fun with it. Now, a lot of people, I think Tom included, there's several people who say, meh, this is a really big nothing burger of a game. And I get that, but in my household, in my family, one, we love penguins, and so it helps thematically having that attachment. But even with that, if it was not an interesting card game, it wouldn't be one that we play a lot. And we do play this one a lot. It's got enough. It's got that little bit of tension as you're sitting there going, I could empty my hand if people just don't realize what I'm going for. Or as you're building up the pyramid, and there's because the bottom level can have up to 8 cards wide. When it's 6 or 7 cards wide, you're sitting there, oh, do I dish out a card important further up the pyramid, or do I establish a color down here that I really need to do? And so it's about competing priorities. I think that there's enough neat card play to keep me coming back to this one. And I think that this does what Llama tries to do, where if you empty out your hand in the card game Llama, you get rid of point token. This one does that. You can get rid of 2 points if you do it. Now, depending on the rules translations, they don't make it very clear whether the 2 points you get rid of is a point token or just straight up points. So if you have a 5-point token, can you get rid of that? In my household, We say yes, because that adds to more dynamic scoring. Makes it feel a little less devastating when you're stuck with like 6 cards at the end of a hand. And so if the next round you empty out your hand, boom, it's gone. Ooh, that feels nice. So I'm not sure exactly what the most current English printing of it will have in there, but that's my little suggestion because the game's so silly anyway. So anyway, that's Penguin Party, a game that I'm giving a 7.5. I like this one a lot. I come back to it very often, and I'm definitely recommending it. So if you find yourself a copy available, might be one to check out for you and your own. Plays tightly at the lower player counts, chaotically at the higher. I prefer the lower myself, 2 players very often. Well, thanks for coming out to this review from the Dice Tower here. My name is Chris Yee, and you all folks have yourselves a great day.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Bassett.